When people hear words like preparedness, readiness, or survival, they often picture someone deep in the woods, wearing camouflage, building shelters out of trees, or stockpiling canned food for the end of the world. And sure, those folks exist. They call themselves preppers or survivalists, and many of them have incredible knowledge and passion for what they do. But that's not who most people are. For most of us, preparedness doesn't mean bunkers or 10 years of canned beans. It means being ready for real life, the kind of emergencies that actually happen. At Everset, we're building something new, a modern readiness community for everyday people. We're not extremists, and we don't live off the grid. We live in cities and suburbs. We have families, jobs, mortgages, and schedules. We're fathers and brothers, mothers and sisters, white-collar and blue-collar workers, students and teachers, people who simply want to be ready for whatever life throws our way. An Everset person doesn't look like a soldier. He looks like the guy next door, but he's the one who has the jumper cables, the first aid kit, and the calmest voice in the room when the fire alarm goes off. We aren't preparing to be heroes. We're preparing to be the ones who take responsibility when it matters, who stays calm and takes action when others can't. And we're preparing to be the ones people can rely on. The world tries to force us into two camps. On one side, you're told to just ignore the risks, to live in blissful ignorance, and hope someone else comes to save you when things go sideways. On the other side, you're told the only way to be safe is to buy a gas mask, quit your job, and head for the hills. But for most of us, neither of those is an option. We have mortgages. We have kids in school. We have neighbors we actually like. We aren't preparing for the apocalypse or a zombie invasion. We're preparing for the Tuesday emergencies, the ones that don't make the evening news, but can break your world if you aren't ready. We're talking about the 2 a.m. flat tire on a rainy highway with a toddler in the back seat, the once-in-a-decade ice storm that's coming in, the power outage at home or medical emergency at work. That's the gap Everset fills. That's why Everset exists, to build a realistic middle ground, a balanced mindset where readiness doesn't mean panic, it means confidence. The Everset mission is simple: to help ordinary people develop the skills, mindset, and awareness needed to stay strong and capable in any situation. We're not here to sell fear. We're here to teach capability. Because readiness isn't about hiding from the world. It's about being able to face it, head on. We believe being prepared should be empowering, not isolating. It's about learning the everyday things that make you more self-reliant. How to stay calm when something goes wrong. How to protect your home and the people you love. How to make smart decisions when others panic. And how to spot danger early, before it becomes a problem. It's about having a rainy day fund, so a job loss isn't a catastrophe. It's about being in good enough shape to carry your kid for a mile if your car breaks down. It's about gear and tools being available and the skill to use them. Everset isn't about surviving. It's about thriving with confidence. Readiness today doesn't mean living in the wild. It means knowing how to act when the unexpected happens, right where you live and right where you work. When the power goes out, when an accident happens, when you're stuck somewhere and help isn't close, do you freeze or do you act? That's what the Everset mindset teaches: awareness, adaptability, action, awareness of your surroundings, so you can recognize risk before it turns into danger, like seeing the exit signs in a restaurant or noticing the guy following too closely. Adaptability, the ability to think clearly under pressure, like having a plan B when the GPS fails or the power goes out. And action, the confidence to step forward when others hesitate, the ability to move while everyone else is still staring at their phones waiting for instructions. Because when you can stay calm under pressure, you don't just protect yourself, you become a steady hand for everyone around you. Everset wasn't created out of fear, it was created out of experience. From seeing how often people are left on their own when systems fail, and realizing that the most reliable help usually comes from the person standing right next to you. This channel is both a place for you to learn valuable skills at your own pace, as well as be a part of a growing community. a place where people share real knowledge and practical training without fear or drama. You'll connect with others who think like you, people who value responsibility, family, and readiness. You'll learn skills like situational awareness and de-escalation, first aid and basic emergency response, everyday self-defense, urban and suburban readiness, home and digital security, and even leadership under pressure. Every lesson you take builds your confidence, one layer at a time, until you start to see the world differently. Not as something to fear, but something you're ready for. That's what being Everset means. If the last few years have taught us anything, it's that stability is fragile. We've seen how quickly normal can disappear, a storm, a blackout, a global event. And suddenly, the systems we depend on are gone. We've seen blatant shoplifting, porch pirates, and road rage. That's why readiness isn't a hobby anymore. It's a life skill. And the people who take it seriously aren't paranoid. They're prepared. We can't control the world, but we can control how we respond to it. And that's what readiness, true readiness, is all about. At Everset, we believe preparedness shouldn't be a fringe idea. It should be a modern standard. Our community is built on balance, not fear, discipline, not doom, and connection, not isolation. So if you've ever felt the need to take more control of your own life, to feel capable, confident, and calm no matter what happens, then welcome. You've found your people. Learn, train, grow with us, and be ready for anything. Because readiness isn't about escaping the world. It's about being strong enough to live in it. If this message resonates with you, I'd invite you to support it. Hit the like so more people who think this way can find it. Subscribe so we can keep building Everset together. One skill, one conversation, one calm voice at a time. And if you're willing, leave a comment and tell us what readiness means to you, or a moment when being prepared made a real difference. This isn't about numbers. It's about providing you with the skills and confidence to step up when it matters.